Hi, I'm Emmy. I'm 2. Welcome to Race, Giggles, and Growing Pains by Mommy and my daddy, Jenn and Brandon Rogers.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We've had a bit of a break. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to film last week, but I vastly overestimated what I could do when family was here.
So my sister was here last week with her husband.
Yes.
And they've been here with us for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're visiting from New York.
Yeah, it was really nice of them to come here and work, because it is work to watch kids.
There's no break.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they had a good time. It's hard to say because, like I said, it's not easy doing just regular things. I remember when we first were going places with the kids, I'd be so frustrated by all the setup and
It's still frustrating.
the packing. Yeah, it is still frustrating, but it's just kind of a given now. And I forget all the work involved.
I mean, they did say, they're like, okay, well, we know that we're leaving on Sunday and
Yeah.
it's easier to have patience knowing that there's kind of an end date. And I'm like, but we have them forever.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I've made my peace with it, but I just worry that Julie and Joe, I mean, they're here for vacation. I hope they got to relax, and we had some good talks and whatnot. But
Oh, it was great. I definitely feel not the drain. What is it? The sadness, the gaping hole that was left after they left yesterday. Yesterday.
2 days
Tuesday.
ago.
No, Sunday. They left on Sunday.
yeah. So yeah, describe that to me. We had a week and a day of hanging out with family.
And not just my sister and her husband, but because they were in town, we saw much more of my brother and his wife too.
Yeah.
So that was really nice.
Yeah. And it was Emmy's birthday. So we had some festivities. We had an excuse or a reason to do extra stuff. So they were around a lot. They came a lot. And they drive 30 minutes each way. And it was pretty amazing that they would come because,
It's a lot.
yeah, it's not the kind of vacation that we used to have when we were flying solo-ish without the kids. But
Oh, yeah.
where was I going with all this?
You were saying, what was it like the whole week?
Yeah, so I had a different feeling than you did when they left.
Oh.
So I want you to go through what you were feeling and maybe dive into why you may have been feeling that way, and then
Oh, I don't know. It's just always hard for me to say bye to my sister.
that's true.
And we were talking about how hard it is for us to say bye, but it's nice knowing that when we do part, we're not alone. Like, I remember the saddest time was when we were traveling in Southeast Asia together.
Yeah.
And then when we split off, I think it was Malaysia. After Malaysia, in 2017, we were at the airport and it was just so quiet because we were both so sad. And I knew that when I left her, I'd be on the plane by myself. And then she was going to go backpacking for 4 months in Southeast Asia. And of course, as the older sister, I was worried about her safety and if she got sick, who would take care of her, all this stuff. And it was just really sad. But I was telling her, like, oh, at least this time, even if we leave, she's going to be with Joe, her husband. And then I have you and Emmy and Izzy. So it kind of makes it a little less sad. But yeah, and just in general, it's hard to say bye to her. And I know that we only see each other like once, maybe twice a year. Last year, we were lucky in that we saw her. No, she visited once last year. And then she came earlier this year. Do you remember that?
Yes.
She was here in February.
Yeah.
February?
Yeah, just to be around us to help, right? And she was kind of
Yeah.
working while she was here.
Yeah. Oh, so that was nice. This was the first time that she took the entire time off. So she was fully present, waking up and doing special time with Emmy in the mornings with me.
Yeah.
And there was one morning that I was dead tired and I was sleeping in Emmy's bed. And apparently Emmy led Julie Imo. Imo means mom, sister, aunt in Korean. Emmy basically led special time and told Julie Imo exactly what needs to happen. And I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the first time that she was here without working and we got to see so much of her. Because the last 2 visits, she came to be here, but her work is very demanding.
Yeah.
And so we basically only saw her for mealtime.
Yeah.
And then, it's sleep. And then she has to wake up and do it all over again. So it was really, I don't know. I keep saying it was really nice, but it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Joe, I was talking to Julie. So they flew back. Oh, something in my eye. They flew back on Saturday, got to New York Saturday evening. And then I FaceTimed Julie Sunday morning. And we were, no, what am I talking about? They left on Sunday. Jeez, my brain's not working. They left on Sunday, arrived in New York Sunday evening. And Monday morning, I FaceTimed her just to see how she was doing. And I was like, there's something about Joe being around. He has such an airy presence. Like, there's a lightness to him.
Yeah.
He's like another full body. And it's not like our place is huge. So if we had 2 additional guests, you would feel it versus having 1. But there's something about Joe being around that it makes the whole atmosphere just that much more chill. And he just brings so much happiness. Like, would you agree?
Yeah. He's a really good balance to Julie.
He's so good.
Not to say that Julie's not a happy person, but she's very meticulous and serious. And when she does something, I mean, this table, when she'd wipe it, she'd be getting in the cracks and crevices.
Listen.
And when she was wiping the oven, she was getting the door of the oven, which I never even look at, let alone clean.
My sister, okay, so to give you to that point, I still remember when we were in the Philippines together, we were staying at a hostel and it was so nasty. It was like 6 girls, like 4 other girls that we didn't know. And there was just hair and junk everywhere. But every morning, Julie would sweep up everything. And I'm like, man, I would love it if you were my random hostel roommate. Or like we'd go into a public bathroom and literally anytime I peed after her, she left the bathroom nicer than it was. But that's just her. When her and Joe left after staying with us, because we gave them our master, it was spotless. I feel like she cleaned it better than I had prepared for them to come here.
Yeah.
So that's my sister. She takes on a lot. She's very responsible, very meticulous. And Joe too. Joe's really helpful. But Julie is definitely, I think, the charge on that. And it's funny because the last night, so they left on Sunday, but Saturday evening, my brother and my sister-in-law were here till pretty late too, but you went in first to go to sleep. And then Justin and Amy left. And then I was like staying behind cleaning up. And there were things that I wanted to do. I was like, go to sleep to Julie and Joe. They literally were just standing by my side as I was doing stuff. Just standing there. I'm like, go to sleep. And they're like, no, we want to be here for moral support. But like, that's their heart. And they're just so loving to have around.
Yeah.
But there is something fun about Joe in that he's always down for anything.
That's what I was going to say. He's always down for stuff.
Always down, yeah. And he has this really warm, infectious laugh.
Yes.
Like when he laughs, it makes you want to laugh
That's
too.
true.
And he's just so random and funny, and I love being around him. Like
We call him TikTok Joe sometimes. He's such a TikTok lover. Always fun.
always sending us random stuff on TikTok. I'm not even on TikTok.
Yeah.
But whenever he sends us stuff, they're always so funny and random.
Yeah. But that's kind of him, He's just down for the thrill and and sharing the joy and.
So like definitely I feel the absence of Joe. And what's funny is I was telling Julie, I'm like, yeah, there's something about having Joe around. And she's like, I know, I love coming home to him after work. And I'm like, that's so nice. What's that like,
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's just whenever I come home, it feels like such a warm embrace. He doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But I totally get that.
Yeah, he's got this outlook on life that's so carefree that really helps Julie, I think, to have perspective because Julie's, like I said, so serious about everything. Not in a bad way. I'm sure she's amazing at what she does.
She really is.
I mean, because
she doesn't give herself any of that credit, I'm sure.
Yeah. And she's always just so burdened by trying to get everything right, and then Joe's there.
She's like, babe, relax a little.
Yeah, happy. It's so good.
Yeah, they're a very good balance. And yeah, when they're around each other, when we notice, I've always felt this about them, but they just seem like they really like each other.
Yeah. That's really amazing.
They really do. Like randomly, even when the kids were running around and doing stuff, like I remember they were sitting on our little bench over there playing cards. But at any time Emmy would come and want their attention, Joe's like, oh, okay. And then he'd always go. So Emmy's room is the warmest in our entire house. And Joe runs really hot.
Yeah.
So even when they sleep together, Julie tells me like he's not a cuddler, he gets hot. And all the times we've vacationed or been with Joe, it's this joke that all of us are in sweaters and Joe's like in a tank top.
Yeah.
But anyway, Emmy's room is really, really warm. And sometimes like if he doesn't feel like sweating, I told him, I'm like, you can tell Emmy no. we can play out here in the living room. You don't have to go into a room. But a lot of times, like, you can see his face where Emmy's like, Boo Boo. So she calls him Boo Boo because he's Imobu, which is my mom's sister's husband. It's like uncle, but like very specific to that.
Yeah,
in
Korean
Korean
has a lot of very confusing, complicated.
So instead of Imobu, we call him Boo Boo. So it's like, Boo Boo, come play in my room. And he's like, oh, okay. And then one time I overheard him say, oh, Emmy, it's really hot in there. And she's always like, I'll turn on the fan. Or she's trying to do something to coerce him. And I was like, Emmy, you got to respect his no. We respect your no.
Yeah.
But it's so fun watching him just kind of cater to Emmy. And
so good.
So yeah. Anyway, I was saying that I felt their absence. And you said you had a different feeling when they left.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is not really, I mean, I think what you're sharing is more in the theme of what we want to talk about in the podcast. But for me, it was just the weight of the world came crashing down.
Specifically how?
Well, I started off saying like I vastly overestimated what I could do. And so I really wanted to get this podcast out. There's a few projects that are going. I mean, I've job hunt, trying to test a business idea, things like that.
You're tickling my feet.
Sorry. Yeah, so all those things, just as soon as they left, I was like, oh my God, I got to do all these things. I feel so behind. And it revealed that my heart's not been in the right place, even as it relates to the work that I want to do. And I think a lot of that stems just from provision, like having faith that God's going to provide. That's been a constant theme, and it's been something that he's continuing to work on. But wow, it really revealed that to me. So I was struggling for about a day. And then the whole week ended with our car getting towed, which was a horrific day. I still cringe at how I behaved and reacted that day. But do you want to summarize the story? Yeah.
So basically, I mean, okay, my summaries are long, but
yeah.
It was one night. Oh, it was the night after they left, right? So it was just you and me. And we decided we were going to have a feast and cook up some Korean samgyeopsal, pork belly. Yeah. And we like to do that after the kids sleep. So we're gearing up for that. And then I realized we were out of sesame oil, which I need to have to mix in with salt to dip the meat in. And we were really, really short on kimchi, which is also a no-no.
Yeah.
So I decided after much debating, because it was almost 9 o'clock and I really didn't want to go out, but I'm like, oh, fine. Okay, if I'm going to make this party worth it, I want to have the right ingredients.
Yeah.
So I finally got dressed and I was dragging my feet out the door.
Yeah, you never do this. So it was amazing.
I don't. But I'm like, I want to make the most of this. I go downstairs and I could have sworn I remember where we parked. But I started walking further down to other spots. Just, I don't know, maybe you went out and moved the car for some reason that I didn't know about. And I just remember the blood draining from my body because we've had thefts in our area. Like, we personally know people who have had their car stolen. Like our downstairs neighbors, our upstairs neighbors who I just ran into yesterday again. And so immediately I was like, oh my gosh, our car got stolen. And again, back to the provision thing, I've been stressed too about our financial situation. And I was just thinking about replacing car seats and our double stroller, which wasn't, cheap. And it just, all the money was racking up in my head. And so I called you and I was like, where's our car? And you're like, what? And I was like, where's our car? Right? I said something like that. I was just so stunned. But at the same time, I ran into our other downstairs neighbor. I mean, thankfully, we have great neighbors and we really like them. So she was like, oh, do you guys have a Honda Odyssey? And I'm like, yes. And she was like, oh my gosh, I saw earlier on Discord that your car got towed. And I'm like, what is Discord? And she was trying to explain to me. I'm like, is it like Nextdoor? Is it an app? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so old. And just, I didn't know what that was. I was like, is that like Substack? Anyway, I'm standing there and she's like, let me grab my phone to show you. She's like, I guess it's kind of like WhatsApp, but it's for people that live in this neighborhood and they just keep each other to date. So I'm like, oh, so someone updated or posted that. It wasn't even our downstairs neighbor. And she was like, yeah, it's really awesome too, because she was the one that initially told us like a week ago or something, we got sticker on our car saying that we were in violation of a parking thing or whatever, which we thought was so weird.
It wasn't just us.
Here.
It was like 4 cars.
Yeah.
Three
But
other
she
cars next to
texted me
us.
and was like, hey, I just saw a guy put a sticker on your car. We're like, oh, weird. And then we just kind of dismissed it because it felt like it didn't apply to us. You know, we had the valid sticker. Anyway, she tells me this, and of course Brandon comes down and we're trying to figure out what happened, why it would have been towed. Yeah. Long story short, quote unquote, she was just like, hey, if you need anything from me tomorrow, let me know in the morning. I'm going to be up early. And we were just so upset that that happened. If I hadn't run into our neighbor downstairs, I would have just thought our car was stolen.
Yeah.
Right? We wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
there was no notification. There was no email saying that our car got nothing. Yeah. There was no communication. Yeah. But thankfully, we have another neighbor that we really like that lives across the building from us.
Yeah.
I happened to call her up because I know she is friends with one of the women that used to be one of the managers of this community. Mm-hmm. And then we basically told her what happened, and she was like, oh my goodness, and you know, what can I do to help?
Yeah.
And she was really kind, because immediately we were like, okay, I guess we can't take Emmy to school tomorrow because we don't have our car and we don't have a car seat. Can't just go into an Uber with her. And she lent us her car the next day.
Yeah.
She's like, please take my car, and if you guys need it for anything else like groceries, take it. And so kind.
Yeah.
So again, it was like in those situations where it felt kind of helpless. And then just having people come and just be so loving to us. I feel like we keep experiencing that.
Yeah. Yeah, so my huge regret there is once we got that parking violation, I thought, all these green stickers that I thought somebody was spraying haphazardly onto residents who shouldn't have had any issues, I called the office then that day. And I was like, hey, what's going on here? Why do I have this? And it turns out there was a typo when we first moved in. I mean, we've been parking here for over a year now. Mm-hmm. And I guess there was a typo that the guy who registered my car, instead of doing a W, he did a V. So there was something wrong.
I see.
I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, well, I went and fixed it. But I said, hey, I need you. She was like new. She's been working there for like a week. And I said, I need you to talk to your manager and make sure that this is clear. And we don't see this again. I can't handle my car being towed.
Mm-hmm.
Our one car. So I fixed it in the system, and she said that she would talk to the manager and he would call me back, and he never called me back.
And just for some context, the new management for our complex, they've been so awful in so many ways. Like there were continuous things, no following up or saying they're going to do something and not doing it.
And sending out these emails, it sounds like
so bad. Yeah. The community emails here, Brandon and I just laugh at them because it's written so poorly. Like super aggressive.
That's
I thought
what
it was passive aggressive, but they talk to us like a teacher reprimanding us.
Exactly. I think that's the problem. It's like, I don't even care the quality of it. It's the heart behind it.
That's right.
So, I mean, all this is bubbling up, and I thought I was on top of it, and then, but it's late. I can't talk to the office.
No, it's past 9 p.m. at this point.
It's hard to get in touch with them in general.
Right. Even during office hours, no one picks up their phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time.
Exactly. So I get mad, and I call the emergency maintenance line.
Yeah.
And I'm livid.
He is. I don't think I've ever heard you yell.
Yeah. So I said, you need to get the manager on the phone now. I don't care. I'm sure you have the number. Get me on the phone. Yeah. And then he just keeps telling me that he can't do it. And so I blow a lid.
Yeah.
I don't cuss at him, but I say, I don't give a
yeah.
you know? And then he hung up on me. And then I just kept calling.
Never picked up.
Yeah, never picked up. And thankfully I'm a part of the Discord, so I looked and I'm trying to get more details, and I get the information for the towing company. I call them, and I'm like, how I forget what I said, but I got mad at him too, and he hung up on me.
Oh no, because he asked you a question. He was like, oh, your registration's expired.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you talking about? It's not expired. And he was like, do you not know what a car registration is? And you're like, can you ask me without being so condescending? Yes. And he was like, no, I'm genuinely asking, do you not know what a car registration is?
Yeah. I said, what are you talking about? My registration is current. Mm-hmm. I remember renewing the registration. If the police checked their database, they would see that it's up to date. Mm-hmm. Who are you to decide whether or not my registration's expired or not? Mm-hmm. And he was saying, well, you signed the lease that says that your registration must be up to date. Mm-hmm.
Or you're in violation.
Yeah. So it's private property, and the rule is I tow your car, something like that.
And then he hung up on you.
Yeah, well, he hung up on me because I was pushing the point, like, who makes you the judge and jury here, you know? And long story short, it turns out I just didn't change the sticker, right? For some reason, I thought it was some sort of safety inspection sticker. And according to the safety inspection thing, I have like 8 months to do it, even after it's expired, which is interesting. But anyway, it was in the end my mistake. And so I felt really terrible. And while I don't like the fact that they're basically enforcing a rule as if they're an arm of the government, I was trapped because I did sign the lease and I didn't put the sticker up, and it was just my mistake. And so I ended up having to pay and just really regret how I treated people. So that was the cherry on that world crashing down on me.
That's
Sunday.
Right. When did that happen? That happened on Monday.
It was Sunday night.
Sunday.
Yeah,
It was the same day that Joe and Julie left.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. So that was a big detour, but I've been trying to get over that for the past couple of days. Jen's also pointed out that I've been quite short with Emmy lately. It's been tough because it's funny because our friend Jenny also said that around their birthdays, something's happening with their brain and they get quite emotional.
I feel like Emmy really did become a three-nager.
Yeah, we thought she was a three-nager.
Not one overnight, but a buildup of a few nights.
Yeah.
And she's like full-blown. It's difficult.
Yeah.
To your point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've been short with her.
Yeah.
You've been seeing that.
So past couple of days I've been obviously picking up the pieces circumstantially but also emotionally, and I think I'm getting there. It's helpful to take a moment, take a breather, because there was a lot going on. But that being said, moving on to being grateful for family. I think the theme today is that we're actually looking to try and get pregnant again for some crazy reason. Yeah, the craziest part is I want 3 at least. And
we originally wanted 4.
Yeah.
But
well, that's why
we had 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not that young anymore.
Yeah,
my
that's
body, true. I don't know if I could. Yeah, definitely the thought of a 3rd. Carrying the baby sounds quite difficult right now. But yeah, I do 2 most days.
Yeah.
One more.
Well, yeah, what's surprising to me is that when I look at you, obviously, Izzy, we had the tough time with her, and everybody we talk to who hears the ages of our kids are like, yeah, this is a tricky time, right? It's very demanding because everything needs to be done for them, and all these routines, and just it's hard to live life. And so you even before you were saying that, like, when Izzy turns 2, let's talk about it then.
Yeah.
But for some magical reason, you suddenly were like, yeah, let's just get it done. Let's get it out of the way.
It's kind of like the same reason I don't know why I agreed to this podcast, but I felt like, okay, I guess I'm open to it. Yeah, there was one night, and it was, I think, after a long day too, a long, hard day. And I'm like, this makes no logical sense to me, but I feel like we should start trying sooner than later.
Yeah. Which is really cool. But what's really nice is that when we had the whole family over, your brother and sister were here, and then the extended family, the wives and
I got 2 additional siblings.
Yeah. And there are talks of possibly them having kids, both couples, in the
hopefully near future. I mean,
future.
Jealously, not jealous. Selfishly, I really want them to have babies.
Yeah, because we definitely want them to be closer in age as well. You had a bunch of cousins and siblings and stuff, and that was really fun. And even Jasmine commented something like, your cousin commented in our group photo and was like, oh, this is why I have 3 boys.
Or 3 kids.
3 kids.
Yeah, this is why I have 3 kids.
Okay.
Because it was a photo of all of us doing special time with Emmy. And we were all drawing pictures, and it was a group photo, all of us holding up whatever we drew.
Yeah.
And there were 6 of us and Emmy. It was just like all the love in the room, right? Like the 3 siblings and their spouses. And it was just really nice to see. And I'm like, oh, I want that in my future.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the payoff that we're looking for.
Yeah. My mom, too, she saw a photo of me, Julie, and Justin. We were huddled around our kitchen island. Yeah. And she was like, oh, we were so happy to see this photo. Like, Oma and Appa, my parents. So happy to see the 3 of you guys close. And, Yeah. And even the other day, we're telling Justin, like, man, I'm so happy we get to live in the same state. It's been a while since I've lived near both of my siblings.
Yeah.
Either of my siblings, I should say.
Yeah, it's really comfortable being around family. It's not easy to build those relationships outside of family, although it is possible. And there's something special about having that shared history and blood. And it's definitely something that I look forward to with the kids in the future. So I'm excited.
I want another girl.
I know you do.
Because I feel like I don't have boy energy. I don't have energy for like a wild child. And not to say all boys are wild, but just temperamentally, they're generally more wild than girls are.
Yeah,
I like the idea of 3 sisters. But I wouldn't be mad at having a boy.
Yeah.
But also, if we had a boy, then the Rogers name would live on. Otherwise, it dies with you.
Yeah, it does die with me. My sister doesn't have, even on my dad's brothers and sisters, they didn't have a boy to carry on the name. I think before I used to put a lot more importance on it, but it's not that big of a deal.
It's not.
Yeah, the family is more than just about the name, right?
Okay, I would say if we had a boy, I feel like I'd want another boy just to even it out. 2 boys and 2 girls.
I'm down. Let's do it.
I don't know if I could handle a 4th though. I don't even know if I could handle a 3rd right now.
Yeah, I definitely share that. What I constantly think about though is my dad. When we ask them, "Oh, would you just have 2 again?" Looking back, and their decision to have just me and my sister was mostly financial. I mean, my dad was an enlisted soldier, and my mom wasn't working, and no, she was working for a little bit, but we definitely didn't have money growing up. We weren't like poor. We didn't go hungry or whatever, but he looks back and says, we could have made it work. There's just always ways to make it work, and I think I'm reminded of that, and I see all these big families like Chad and Gail who are close friends who have 5 kids and stuff. I mean, and she's from a family of like 8 kids, was it? Or was it 7 or 8? 8. Yeah, 8.
Including Gail.
Yeah.
So she has 7 siblings.
Yeah. So it's definitely, family's always a mixed bag, but I think more is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just surprised that like you're still open to it, It seems like things are still tough for you.
It's one of those things where, things are still definitely tough for me, but it's one of those things where right now I know this age is so hard. Like Emmy and Izzy being so close and so young. But I feel like later on when they're older, it's going to be great. I feel like they'll play together, or this is what I keep hearing. Yeah. That they're close enough in age where they could share similar interests. It's not like one's too cool for school. Yeah. Right. And so I'm hanging on to that hope. But it is really scary to think about having another. Just the idea of being pregnant and still having to carry Izzy around really scares me. Yeah. Yeah, just the physical toll that it's going to take on me.
I think that's a good point, because when I think about families that have kids that have a big age gap, it's not the same, right?
Like the closeness.
Yeah, the closeness. I mean, not to say that they don't have a good relationship, but just when you span like a generation, I don't know if not quite a generation, but like there's cultural differences between probably 5 to 10 years.
Sure, like if one's in middle school and one's like just starting elementary or something. Yeah. Maybe they get closer later on in life when maybe the older sibling feels less like a second parent. Yeah. I hear that's the case a lot too. Sure. But I'm hanging on to that hope of all 3 just doing stuff together, growing up and going on vacation together, hopefully coming home to hang out with us because they want to be friends with us when they're older. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the hope. But. So it sounds like, the bottom line is you are wanting to do what's best for them.
What's best for them, what's fun for us later.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. And I know it's like one of those things, it's going to be hard in the beginning, but I know it'll be worth it. Yes. Later.
Definitely.
So that's, I think, what I am clinging on to. But when I, zoom out of that and come to present day, I'm like, oh no. Yeah.
So pray for us.
How much bigger can my diaper bag get? It's so big right now. Everyone that sees it is like, this is so heavy, Jen. Can't you take a few things out? And I'm constantly going through it. I'm trying to declutter it, but I use everything that's in there.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah. Oh, and the thought of us being outnumbered, even right now, if I'm unavailable and both girls want to be held by you, okay, maybe it's easier for you.
Oh yeah,
What
I
if
mean,
there's another one in the
there's
mix?
another one. I can't hold all three. It would be dangerous to all of us, even if I could pick them up.
Oh man, and the newborn stage.
Yeah.
It's even now. When I was going through it, both times I thought I will never forget the pain from the lack of sleep and just feeling delirious, right? But even now, like I've kind of forgotten that. I know it was miserable,
Yeah.
but I've forgotten the pain, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I wouldn't mind going through it again. But just the thought of being in that again, waking up every 2 to 3 hours, right, for feeds and diaper changes. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about how we can embrace this struggle.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be hard, but we still want it.
We do,
Yeah.
yes.
And I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's going to be so easy. We've done it twice. Like I'm really trying to paint an accurate picture of what it's likely going to be, but still wanting it,
Yes.
fully knowing what it's going to come with.
Well, so yeah, I mean, I guess what I want to talk about is how I want to get better at. We talked about play last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to get better at play or enjoying the process of it all. Part of that is just kind of letting our own wants and desires to go, but I think there's also some fun to be had in all that. And do you feel like she's up?
Izzy's up, but she's like sitting in her crib, which means she's probably not going to sleep.
No,
back to
she's
sleep.
not.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying
Yeah. So I think. Let me start that again.
play.
Let's backtrack a little bit. Do you think that we're doing enough right now for ourselves?
Probably not. I don't know. I feel like it's not as big of a priority right now. I really don't.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not saying that we need to take away from time. I mean, even if it's something that we're doing as a parent or while watching them.
Like together or?
I mean, I think it could be like a mindset thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because right when you said that, I was like, wait, I am doing something for myself. I signed up for yoga.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Which is really cool. I mean, I signed up for a $30 for 30 days trial thing because I really miss doing yin yoga.
Yeah.
Just for some mental, clarity.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad because I've been worried about your exercise thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, yeah. So to that point too, while my sister and her husband were here, we did go to the gym, and it was the first time I did a workout like that in over a year.
Yeah.
And it felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm sure CrossFit would be great for me right now, but I don't have as much of a desire to do that right now over something like something more meditative and relaxing. I think I'm really craving that right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'll pave way into me wanting to do something more intense. So I think if I were to choose the intensity right now, I would definitely be bullying myself into it a little bit. So I know that I want it. It's in the near horizon, but I'm not going to force myself to do that right now. Yeah. So this is a little gateway drug for me. Yeah. What about you? Do you feel like you're doing something for yourself? You do work out.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get my workout on. I think for me, it's a lot of it's mindset because I'm trying to find out what my vocation is going to be for the next chapter. Mm-hmm. And I have been spending as much time, and I'm not doing this perfectly because I'm not as present with the kids as I need to be, or I'm not doing it in a structured way, but I'm trying to find out how I can provide for the family, but also do something that I feel like is going to add value to the world. Mm-hmm. And it's been an ongoing journey. It's tough. I don't have any answers, but the greatest thing is that I have people around me. I have my spiritual father and mentor. I have Chad, and we're joining a small group, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited about that. Mm-hmm. I really need to get together with other fathers. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited because Kyle and Jess, who are our small group leaders, Kyle, we only hung out a couple times, but it's amazing how many interests we share. Mm-hmm. And it has to do with business stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hoping something fruitful can come of that. Mm-hmm.
And what's really cool about this group is I think most, if not all, of the families have young kids. And because we all have young children, instead of everyone meeting every week, it's week 1, just the moms, the women are meeting.
Yeah. And
the dads stay home with the kids. And then week 2, it's just the dads.
Yeah.
The moms stay home. So we're going to alternate. So because I've been wanting to join a women's group, but also a family group. And I feel like we're getting the best of both worlds.
That's true.
Without the children around, which is so hard to have a conversation with little ones around, you know?
Yeah. And it's late too, right? Like after their bedtime or something?
Yes. Well, near their bedtime.
What time is school?
7:30.
7:30? Okay.
Is when we'll meet. Yeah, once a week.
Yeah, so that'll work great because then I can put Izzy down and then Emmy down after that, which is what I normally do anyway. But yeah, it's gonna work out really well. But it does make me miss family. Like I'm so glad that Justin and Amy are here. I
know. Oh my gosh! And then just speaking of Justin and Amy, this is totally a tangent, but they've just been so incredible on loving on our kids too. And the thing that just came up for me right now is I've been wanting to get Emmy swimming lessons even before the start of the summer. And I was just thinking, man, I'd love to, but with school tuition and just an extra expense, it was just something that was in the back of my mind. And there was one night I was giving Emmy a bath, and I remember talking to her and I'm like, Emmy, do you want to learn how to swim? And she was like, yes, like she screamed it. And I was just thinking, okay, I hope we can make it happen somehow. It was just top of mind, and I just wanted to gauge her. That same evening, several hours later, I saw a text from my sister-in-law, and she was like, hey, I really want to talk to you about Emmy's gift because Justin and I want to give Emmy swim lessons for her birthday. And I was just floored by the timing of it, like her thought. Because I don't know that we directly mentioned it to her, but...
I was going to ask.
Yeah, I don't think I did, but I can't imagine that we're probably sitting on the couch and maybe it came up like, oh yeah, it'd be cool. I would love for her to swim one day or something because we go to the pool a lot. Yeah. And she just came in with that. And my brother and my sister-in-law, they're also the ones that sent Izzy to that physical intensive therapy.
That's right.
Physical therapy intensive in Dallas, which was another crazy gift. And yeah, we signed up Emmy yesterday, and we're going to start in 2 weeks, and it's a 20-week swimming lesson. Once a week for 20 weeks. Sorry, that's what I wanted to say. And I'm just so excited. Yeah. I'm so excited and so thankful. And yeah, it's just, gosh, Emmy. And even all of us surrounding Emmy during special time, there were several nights, especially the last night, we all did special time with her. All 6 adults sitting with Emmy, just drawing. And I was just feeling all the love in the room and thinking like, Emmy, you're so loved. I remember telling her, you are so loved. Like, we all love you so much, the people in this room. And I know it extends beyond that. Yeah. So anyway, fine. I want 3 kids. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I'm really glad you were able to bring
wrapping
that back.
It up there. Yeah. And, to our surprise, like Izzy has been such a gem every time we sit down to film this episode. She laid herself back down. She's not sleeping, but she's not freaking out. We should get her, but thanks, Izzy, once again for being so awesome.
That's cool.
Anyway, we should wrap it up though.
Yeah. It's a little meandering.
Yeah, it's
little
okay.
Surface level, but
I feel like we needed something like this to come back because this morning I was like, oh, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the energy for this, and it just would have been easy not to show up, but we showed up, and this is real life, and this is what's going on, and we said we'd share in that. So
yeah, so thanks everyone.
Thank you for listening.
Tuning into all this stuff.
To our brains.
Yeah.
The messiness of our life.
Yeah, for sure. So if you have any questions for us, we'd love to answer it. If you
leave us a YouTube comment, right? That's the best way.
Yeah, you can leave us a YouTube comment, or you can email us at hello@graceandgiggles.co. It's up to you guys, but we want to try to make this valuable for us. I think for right now, phase 1 is just to get consistent with it and hopefully start to shape it into something that's going to add a ton of value to you. So we love you and hope to hear from you.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.